blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That one goes for 24 yards. They go play action here on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now he'll escape to his right. And he's got room. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 42 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Play action. It's Jackson. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Dayon Buchanan. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So out now come the Cardinals. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
After the run, Newton going to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Just beating the play clock is Newton. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Throwing is Jackson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Lets it go for Nelson. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been...
And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard!
To throw is Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Jackson. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cards will take over first and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Here we go.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Room here to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Newton on first down. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. A very solid gain of 27. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Set. 180.
They'll run it with Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Mike's 50. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Gun.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it third and goal.
Three down. Ready. 180. Hey.
And to give this time to the tailback. And the spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate. Evaporated quickly there.
Run to the ball. Run. Woo-hoo-hoo. He wasn't ready.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They start on the ground with Geis, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Gun. 20.
Now Newton on first down. And now he'll tuck it and run. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Here we go, fellas.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And Nelson's got it here right side. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Newton being chased down left, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Cam Newton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Detroit! All right, now, look at 56. Look.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
That's it. 180. 55, Mike, 55. Green, express. 80.
On first down, it's Newton. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it down here to the 43. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Gun. Set. Hey, get right there. Get right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cards continue to pour it on.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Geis with the carry on second down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down. They'll hand it down to Geis. Breaks a tackle. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Lucky 56.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
Detroit! Gun! All right, now, Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Okay, we got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Tight. Watch left.
Gun!
From the gun, it's Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Detroit! All right, now, Lucky 56.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
All right, now, Lucky 56.
And Jackson throwing once more. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough, they couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. David Johnson on his way. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 66 yards, and the Cardinals add on. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Detroit!
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Detroit!
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
4 down. Set. 3-19. Lucky 56. 3-19. Gun. Watch it now, Barney. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And he fires one incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jackson dancing to his left. And some room to work. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
Left side, it's Dorsett. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. It's complete to Williams. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, Lucky 56.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Darius Geis, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens are able to make things a bit more respectable. Tucker now for the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Get set. Here we go. 5 down.
Again, they run with Edmonds. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. That reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On the ground, it's Thompson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They run with Edmonds, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it.
Here's Andy Lee now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Over.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Ravens on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Gun. Watch it now, Barney. Hey, 4 down.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Gun. Detroit. Set.
Jackson now. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
And they pick up the 1st down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Gun.
One last shot for Jackson. Steps away to his left. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. On 1st and 10, Young. And, right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd down, Young. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
To Barkley on the check down. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
Now a 1st down throw for Young. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. A 2nd down throw for Young. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
To the air once more, Young. Incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Young. Over the middle here to Brown. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
First down, Young. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, Young. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Right there in coverage, the veteran Cam Chancellor.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Hey, 80's yours.
To throw again, Young. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Blue 90.
Young on third down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. It'll be Young again. And he rifles one incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Again, it's Young. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Mike Evans, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out now come the Legends. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 36 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And Gurley, he fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The 2nd down throw for Steve Young, incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Steve Young. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage, Young. Now he steps away. He's got Evans. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3.
Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
1st and 10, Young. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Back onto the field comes the offense for the Madden Legends. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though,
Yeah.
because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Now the ball comes loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Young here to throw. Over the middle to Evans. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Young working out of the gun. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now here's whistles and another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 19.
It's Young on first down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Aqib Talib, the veteran Pro Bowler, there to get a hand in, knock it away.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Set. Green 39. Detroit. Gun.
Now Young throwing again. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Now let's go. Green.
They'll throw again. Young. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And Young's going to throw it here. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Detroit.
Here's Steve Young on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Young. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over.